I'm Hope Fyfield, physical therapist and yoga teacher for Paxson Yoga Center. And this is a yoga tip for Supta Padangusthasana, the lying down, reclining hamstring stretch. And a couple of various ways to do it. There's some other options. So the basic pose for most of us will require a strap. You're going to lie down and stretch out both legs on the mat. And I always recommend, if possible, starting with a straight knee, because nearly all of us will have an easier time maintaining a straight knee throughout the pose if we start that way. So putting a strap on your foot to start with is a nice way to begin. And then we're going to inhale. Exhaling, we're going to bring the leg up. And it's nice to make the loop long enough that you can hold on with your 4 fingers through the loop. It's just easier on your wrist that way. And then the basic notions of this pose are that your knee is straight, your elbow is straight, and at least the inner edge of your right shoulder blade remains touching the floor. That foot reaches up towards the ceiling. And if you want to be fancy about it, your left leg can press down into the mat. I recommend holding this pose on each side about 2 minutes if you're looking for actual lengthening of your hamstring muscle. To come down, you just bend your knee, stretch that leg back out, maybe reapply the strap to your left foot and stretch that leg back out, and then do the other side. Same actions apply. Hand through the loop, straight elbow, straight knee, at least the inner edge of your shoulder blade touching the floor. A wonderful and classic pose. There are other options here, though, that are especially applicable to those of us who either have very tight hamstrings, for whom the strap is just really challenging. And that, I would say, are those of us who have about maybe 45 or 50 degrees of hamstring flexibility. The strap is limited in its ability to help you there. The other reason you might not want to use a strap is perhaps you have some wrist or shoulder problems that you don't want to hold on to the strap. So there's 2 options for you there. If you know that your legs are pretty tight and you're just trying to get some length to those hamstrings and also allow your shoulders to relax, then I recommend using the wall this way. And this works really well for those of us who still are pretty tight in our legs, but want to have some stretch here. And this, obviously, the straightening out of the other leg is not a possibility. So this is a great way to go for just resting back. The other nice way to use the wall, or doorway is another way to think about this. And this applies well for those of us who are perhaps a little stretchier and or want to straighten out the other leg. You can use a corner or a doorway for this. So lying down like this, you can put your leg up on the edge of the wall this way and even let the other leg stretch out. And this way you can be entirely relaxed with your upper body and still get a pretty impressive stretch here. When it's time to do the other side, you just swivel about and put the other leg up the wall. A really valuable way to do hamstring stretching, both in the classic way with the strap, with the eventual notion of grabbing a hold of your toe, or to do it in the distinctly unclassic way that's still quite helpful, using a wall or a doorway. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.